Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name's Norma, and today we're here with a little series I'm gonna start on my channel and see how it goes. Let's talk mommying, and it'll just be all things about being a mom, becoming a mom, etc. So we're gonna start. Just gonna roll these up a little, like Grey's Anatomy. Yes. Yeah, so today's topic will be C-sections and breastfeeding. So obviously with my age, I am 26. A lot of the women around me are getting pregnant, engaged, all of the things, becoming moms. And something I've noticed quite a bit. For one, C-sections are actually becoming somewhat common. Not like, like, oh, everybody's having C-sections, like it's just all bad. Common in the sense that there are women who end up having to have C-sections more frequently. And one of the biggest things I've noticed is how ashamed women feel of having to get a C-section. And personally, and this is just how I felt. I'm not negating how other women felt, but I just remember thinking it's interesting because when I got my C-section, like it was never on my mind. Like I was so disappointed that I have to get a C-section. I was hoping to do it naturally, obviously, but I wasn't like, this was supposed to happen, like it was supposed to happen naturally. Like my plans got all messed up. It was really, really saddening. It was just kind of like, it is what it is. As long as my baby comes into this world healthy, I really didn't care how it was. That being said, I think I have a much more relaxed, actually do makeup. I have a much more relaxed way of thinking. So like I never like sat down and came up with any type of birthing plan, or talking. The only thing that we talked about was like, I really want to try to go without an epidural. Try. That failed. Got an epidural pretty quickly. Cause like I said, watch Carter's video to like know all the information. But basically, I went into labor the night before I was supposed to be induced. I was a week late, with Carter. And so, it was extremely painful. I wasn't dilating. I feel like I wasn't dilating, I think, because I was just like panicking. But anywho, watch that story to find out why I had a C-section. But anyways, point is I had a C-section. But I've noticed a lot of women feeling ashamed about it. And I think there was a lot of mom shaming. Honestly, I feel like there's not so much anymore. I think people are learning that it's like there's different, not only is there different ways to be a mom, but there's different ways that people become moms. There's different, obstacles in people's ways to why they can't do certain mom things. To stick to the topic of C-sections, it just happens. Sometimes it's just how you have your baby. Like I don't see why people need to be shamed, or like, people like, oh, it made me less of a woman, or even people telling women like it made them less of a woman. Honestly, I've never had a natural birth, so I couldn't say I prefer one over the other, but I definitely say a C-section was pretty, I don't want to say like, oh, it's the way to do it, but kind of like it was super easy to lay there. I mean, with Carter it was a little crazy, but that's all because I had been pushing, trying to do it naturally, right before. So I think everything was like swollen. I was exhausted, scared, I don't know. But yeah. So that was that. Basically, when it comes to C-sections, I want to put it out there that it's okay. Like I hate that, and I say that this is why I say this, because like I hate that there's women out there who feel like they weren't woman enough to bring their kid into the world naturally, or like their body didn't do the one thing it was supposed to do, and all the things that women say. Again, I'm not negating how they feel. I'm saying it sucks that they have to feel that way, or that that's even an emotion to them, like I don't think that, and they feel that way because of society and how society makes you feel about C-sections, how society makes you feel about giving birth, you know? And I think maybe we need to stay away from comments when women are pregnant, from comments like, you know, if they're talking, they're like, oh, so are you scared? Like, and it's like, oh, I'm just worried about the delivery part. And it's like, oh, your body's made to do that. Like, you're going to get right through it. And it means no harm. It's encouraging and everything. And I mean, if that's what you feel like saying, who am I to tell you what to say and not to say? But I think that sets women up to feel negatively if they don't go natural, you know, like if something goes down and it's like like everyone says, you know, and my body was supposed to do this naturally, and it's like not necessarily. For some people it just doesn't go that way. My pelvis wasn't big enough to get my babies out, and that's why I had 2 C-sections. Like, it's just how it goes. And so, I mean, I think just encouraging women to be like, you know, you're going to be okay. However it happens, like, you're going to do fine. You're strong. You can handle whatever comes your way. You know, I don't know, just maybe not, you're made to do this. Like, it's going to be cake. Like, because it's not, even if it is naturally, it is not easy. So, you know, find ways to be encouraging without giving them certain expectations, if you care about them, I guess, because I'm not, you know, like, it's like some people might be like, well, why do I have to worry about their feelings or whatever? But I'm not one of those people. I would like to know what I can say to make it better. But yeah, so again, my thing about C-sections, I just hate that women have to feel like they're not woman enough or any less of a woman. I mean, regardless of how you bring the kid into the freaking world, you brought a kid into the world. You carried a whole freaking human in your stomach. Basically, with C-sections, what it comes down to is if you have to have it, doesn't make you any less of a woman, doesn't make you any less of a mother. Like, you still have that baby. And like I was saying, like, you freaking created life. Like, you supported, your body was able to support a human in it. And for those who have preemies, even your body, like, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Honestly, like, everything just goes the way it's supposed to go in your life. There is a plan, there is a reason, and it's all how it's supposed to be. So you're not any less of a mother just because your experience goes differently than someone else's. No matter what happens, not just C-sections, just everything that comes along with pregnancy and creating life, man. Sorry guys, I couldn't do my brows and talk. But yeah, so next important topic is breastfeeding. And this one is huge to me because I formula feed. And what we run into in this day is everybody wants to ask you why you formula feed. You couldn't breastfeed? What happened? Breastfeeding is so nutritional, so beneficial, so blah, 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 blah. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. It's the greatest thing you could ever do. What if I can't? Thank you now for making me feel shitty. Thank you now that I get to walk around the world and feel shitty all the time about it because it's freaking everywhere. Like, God, and then not even just what if I can't, what if I don't want to? And I feel like that's what I personally would like to advocate against. I feel terribly for the women who can't and want to. And it's so unfortunate. But what if you can and don't want to? I mean, y'all, my boobs can make milk, okay? Like, I'm not even... Humble brag. My boobs produce milk, bro. Like, I produce as much... When I was breastfeeding Carter, I produced as much as she needed and more. Like, I produced a lot and I wasn't even honestly really pumping much. Like, or like... taking the milk out a lot, and you know your splashability runs low. No, like, I made milk, but I hated the experience. And people were like, yeah, you know, it's hard at first, you just gotta stick to it. And then I don't want to. Like, it really is that simple. I do not want to. Like, and I don't have to. And so it's kind of like that, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It just upsets me so much when it's like, oh, why aren't you? And I remember with Kai, there was a moment where I think it was the lactation nurse who came in because they had brought me the pump. Because with Kai, I was like, you know, I want to try to just to lose weight. I was like, I don't want to breastfeed, but I want to see what my body can do. I was like, so I'm gonna try. But honestly, as soon as Kai came into the world, I was too tired, and they were like, if you're gonna breastfeed, like they wanted me to like try right there, and I was like, no. And so I was like, not right now. And as time went on, I was just like, really don't want to. Like, F the weight, F whatever, just don't want to. And so I didn't. And they had brought me a pump because, you know, originally, obviously, like I said, I was like, you know, I want to try it. And so the lactation lady came or whatever, and she's talking to me, and she's like, you know, you really need to, and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I mean, and she was just like, really, really pushing it and like really aggressively arguing this. Not in a rude way, not mean, not loud, just really aggressively arguing it. Like, you could do it, and if you need it, and it was just like going in to the point where I was like, I really don't want to now, lady. And then she was just like, I don't know, just make your decision. But yeah, there are other women here who could probably use that pump right now. And I was like, and she walked away. Like, I'm non-confrontational, so I don't say shit to people. Like, unless it's like crazy and you're going in and like you're having a field day, then I'm gonna be like, yo, chill the hell out. But otherwise, I'm kind of just like, I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say. I'm fine. My life is still going on, type of thing, you know? And so she walked away, but I was just looking at Cam and I was like, dude, like, that just made me really not want to. Like, that wasn't encouraging. Like, you're literally like harassing someone about this. And so, again, while I feel for the women who cannot, I'm one of those women who can and did not want to. So it's like, why am I made to feel like I have to? Why? I just don't want to. So not to put my business out there, I was somewhere at an appointment, and they had this questionnaire asking if I breastfed. And then after it asked if you breastfed, if you said no, it said why. Why not? Or like, why don't you? I don't know why that question pissed me off. Maybe it was just thinking of the women who can't, and it's like, how insensitive to like just have this question here, like, and what they have to answer, like, I can't, you know, like, my nipples won't let the milk out, or I'm not producing milk. Like, who the hell wants to write that down on a piece of paper? Like, I'm sure they're already struggling with it. So it's like, why? Why do you need to ask why? Like, just no. And if there's a reason, maybe you put that reason in there. Like, don't just, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It infuriates me. So my biggest thing, once again, is like, it's okay if you don't want to. Like, you are the mother to this child. Nobody can make you feel like the decision you made is wrong or right or whatever. You're the mother. That is your child. That is your specific situation. So I made the decision that it was more important for my child to have a mother who was present and happy and okay. And breastfeeding did not make me okay. I was miserable. Like, I had clogged ducts, and they were hard and they hurt, and I was pumping, and I was too tired to wake up when I needed to do it. It was just too much for me. Like, it's not my lifestyle. I live a comfortable, like, I don't do anything that I just don't want to do. And so I didn't, you know. My daughter's fine, happy and healthy as can be, you know. Formula is fine. Like, it works. Me and my 3 siblings, Cam and his 3 siblings, all formula fed, all here, you know. Before I go on, I am not perfect. I talk crap about people when I shouldn't. I judge things when I shouldn't. Like, I also, you know, say things to people that I shouldn't. I'm not sitting here on a high horse saying I've never mom shamed anyone. I've never said anything bad about anyone. Why do we say bad things about it? But yeah, like, why do we need to devalue someone else or say something negative about someone else? And I'm learning very slowly. It's a hard habit to break when you've been doing it all your life. But I'm learning not to. I'm learning to kind of, I'm learning that we don't really need to be judging each other because we all live very different lives, which means there are things that we all need to do differently. And so back to the mommying of it all, who am I to judge what somebody else is choosing to do, and who are they to judge me? Breastfeeding, sleeping, whatever it is, anyone out there who feels like you're entitled to talk to somebody about how wonderful and beneficial breastfeeding is and how they should do it and have to do it, it's not your kid. You don't have to wake up every 2 or 3 hours to give it milk. You don't have to worry about how you're going to breastfeed your kid when you go to work and pumping at work and carrying this there and making sure that they have enough milk. Like, those are not your concerns. So it is that parent's choice as to what they want to do for their child. And with breastfeeding, if I choose not to and I can, that is okay too. And why do we, you know what? And I feel like a lot of women are scared to admit that they just did not want to. Like, just leave people alone. I don't want to breastfeed, I don't want to breastfeed, okay? And nobody should have to, like, give a huge explanation. On that survey I got, when it said why not, I literally wrote down, I don't want to. Like, and when they're writing that, it's like, what do you literally want women here writing, like, I couldn't produce enough milk, I tried so hard, I did this, did that, did this, you know, like, no. So in conclusion, let women live. Let everyone live. Make your choices for your life. Let them make their choices for theirs. Unless they are trying to actually harm someone, just mind your business. I'm just kidding, but for real, like, love each other. Let's stop talking negatively. Let's all get in this journey together to do our best. I'm a fail. I promise you I'm a fail. There are gonna be videos, so don't be going back talking about, but didn't you say blue blue? I said I'm learning. I said I'm trying. I said I'm improving slowly. Okay? Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down, chatting with me, doing your makeup. You know, I did a real simple, like, minimal product look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video, comment down below your thoughts on this topic, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.